The Grey Man does whatever a Grey Man can. Can he make a comic feed? Yes, he can. He just did. Watch now, a video from Grey Man. A video from Grey Man.
Hey there, it's the Grey Man once again. How is everybody? I seem to have put my chair leg on my trouser leg, sorry. Yes, it's me again. Yay, I'm back. 1,000 sub Grey Man, as I'm now called. Yee! I'm going to do a video later on of me doing the 1,000 sub dance. So that'll be coming up on the feed soon. I'm just limbering up, getting my moves ready for the 1,000 sub dance. And Wednesday night in UK, probably I don't know what time that is, hopefully after work in the US, I'm going to be doing my competition. I'm going to do a competition, yay! Competition's coming Wednesday. I'll tell you more about that on Wednesday. But yeah, hopefully lots of you will enter my competition. Anyway, let me show you a couple of things. I've really kind of not been buying stuff. That was the idea anyway. And then I kind of went crazy and yeah, I'll tell you about that in a second. But I bought a couple of Spider-Woman comics. I've nearly finished my Spider-Woman run now. Got 3 more comics to pick up. But I picked these up. They're all from the same vendor. It's annoying when sometimes you want to get comics, you can only get like one from this vendor, one from this vendor, one from this vendor. This is on eBay. And you've got to pay postage on each one of them, so it doesn't make it worthwhile. So I was able to find these. I think it was a seller in the Netherlands called House of M. I think I might have seen Geeky GMT mention them actually. I'm sure I've seen him talk about them. This comic is annoying because I know I've had this comic in the past and I've read it. I know it, I recognise it. She's fighting the Silver Samurai and I think that's Viper in there as well. I know I had that comic. So where is it? Why haven't I got it now? Did I sell it on eBay many moons ago? Did I decide I only had a couple of them because I'd have a full run? I'd get rid of what I had. But now I'm trying to buy the full run. But yeah, it's quite annoying. You sort of think to yourself, what happened? I mean, I know I sold some of my old war comics and like, because I was trying to thought to myself, you know, my little horror ones that I had, I didn't have that many, but I thought to myself, oh no, I've got to stick to superhero ones because I haven't got room for everything. So I sort of sold a couple of them, but I didn't think I would have sold them in my loose, because there's another one that I'm missing, a Power Man and Iron Fist, which now turns out is quite an expensive comic, because it's the second appearance of Sabretooth. But anyway, so there we go. Few Spider-Woman in my run, and the last one from the Spider-Woman run, number 50. I think I've got like 3 more to go. Something like number 2, number 3, I think, and number 47 or something like that. I think it was 47. Yeah, I think it was number 47. So 3 more to go. I might go crazy and pick them up on eBay. Oh look, I'm wearing a shirt that I got printed up myself. I did that a few times. You might have seen my Villains and Vigilantes one from the old role-playing game. This is a demon one because I love the demon so much in this run during the 90s. I got my t-shirt printed up. So I think this is the cover from number 1, I think. No, number 25. But I like that picture. He's got his hands all ready to fire out a demon blast. And on the back he's got the really cool one where he's they're shooting arrows in. So you can see it. And it's saying, miss me, now you've got to kiss me or something like that. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. But yeah, I got that printed up myself because I love the demon. It was a cool character. Right, I've got a couple of books from a charity shop as well. I found a charity shop in Walthamstow, another one that's selling comics, but they're not cheap. These were cheaper. These were only $2.99 each, so these were fine. Number 1 and number 4, The Exterminator, is a Vertigo title. I'm gonna have to pick up number 2 and 3 of the trades because you know, I can't go from 1 to 4. Hopefully I can find number 2 and number 3 cheap online sometime. But yeah, they look like it could be a good read. But there's stuff like, there's an old showcase with I think it's Nightmaster, and they wanted £5 for it. And he's like, it's not even on a staple. He's got a massive split down the side. And I think to myself, come on. You know, I don't mind giving for charity, but you know, I'm not paying silly prices for comics that aren't in good condition. Anyway, I did pay, I wouldn't say kind of silly price for this. Let's open this package up. I hope I haven't showed off my address again by accident. But yeah, so I've been avoiding all the sales sites and that because I was trying not to spend any more money, and I've ended up doing a big buy actually. So. But there's 30 comics in here, There's only a couple of them that I'm that fussed about, to be honest. And the rest of them, I'm thinking I could sell on eBay and maybe get the money back. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm kind of like thinking to myself that if I manage to sort this out properly, this package is going to pay for itself, if you know what I mean. So I need to, once I've got this open, I need to get up on eBay and try and flog them. Basically, some guy who's saying he's moving house and he wants to get rid of some stuff. So yeah, he couldn't bother to sell them separately. But that was one of the things as well. On this group, people said, "Oh, are you willing to split so and so? I'm interested in so and so. Can I get so and so off you?" And I'm thinking to myself, well, I can immediately contact those people and say, "I bought this one and I'm willing to sell you that comic separately." And in a minute, I might even end up making a profit out of it. I don't know, it's possible. It's possible. I mean, there's a couple of comics that I'm not sure to keep or not, but we'll see. Let me show them to you anyway. Once I've got this box open. Hopefully, I'm saying obviously I've only opened the box now, so well, I could have opened the box before and kind of you know, got them into order, what the good ones were, what the cheap ones were. But basically, any of these, if any of you guys out there are interested in any of these comics, apart from the ones that I definitely say I'm going to keep, then just drop me a line. Just say, yeah, I'd like to buy that comic off you, and we'll work at a price, an arrangement or whatever. You know, if any of you are interested in any of these comics. So first up, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What's this called? It's not called a Virgin, is it? Is it called a Virgin cover? Because it's got no trade dress on it. I can't remember. I think this is like something like 80 or something like that. That's a nice one, a nice variant. Yeah, can't say. I haven't got any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics. You see, the only thing I know about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles really, I mean, I saw a couple of films, but I knew them from the role-playing game. There's a role-playing game way back in, it must have been the, I don't know, early 90s maybe, and I played that for a while. I made up a few characters in that, sort of anthropomorphized animals kind of thing. But yeah, it's cool. Right, okay, it's got a couple in one bag here, so let's open this bag up. See, the thing is, it's on Facebook and he's put some pictures, and I think he must have thrown these in for nothing, because these ones weren't, there's 3 of them here that weren't in the pictures that he showed up, so I need to check this as well. Right, so this one here, got a bit of grit on it. It's quite nice. It was a what do you call it? I think it was a plain cover, and he's got someone to do artwork on it. I'm pretty sure this must have been like just a you know, a blank cover, as they call them, and someone called Will Pickering. I did a little look up for Will Pickering. I didn't really sort of go into it in much depth, but apparently someone called Will Pickering has done a sketch of Captain America on this cover. And so Modern Avengers #7 variant edition. I'm not bothered about it, I'm not interested. If anyone knows Will Pickering or anyone likes this art and would like to own this comic, just hit me up with a comment, and hopefully we can come to some kind of arrangement. Because I want this box to pay for itself if I can manage to do that. It's quite a good art actually, it's not too bad. I'm going to have to look up Will Pickering in a bit more detail actually. I don't really know the name. Right, and these ones weren't in the picture, so I'm hoping he just thrown these in for nothing. He's not giving me these instead of something that should have been in here. But it looks like some free comics from Free Comic Book Day. I Hate Image, a Doctor Who one from Free Comic Book Day. I actually got a Doctor Who one the last Free Comic Book Day, and I gave it to my missus, and she's not read it. I don't think. Just sitting on the side of the bed. She's not read it at all. I'm trying to get her to start reading comics. It'd be nice if I could get her to do like a review of a comic, like a show, my completely non-comic reading partner reading the comic and being forced to do a review about it. I thought that might be quite good. There was a stream the other day, Mr. G and Foro Q Burrows missuses were doing a live stream together, and that was cool. Because there should be more women in the community doing stuff. Right. Right, so this one, I might even have this one, I'm not sure. This isn't worth, I don't know if it might be worth keeping hold of in case it becomes worth something in the future. I think the number one of the new 52 ones have got a bit more valuable, but the Rebirth ones, I've got no idea. I don't think they're worth much. I can't remember if I've got this one or not. I did pick up a couple of these Rebirth number ones in a charity shop. Right, there's another one, DC Wacky Raceland. So I'm assuming this, I thought about it, I'm assuming it's to do with the Wacky Races, because it's DC Hanna-Barbera. So the old Wacky Races. So It's like Muttley. That must be Muttley at the front there. It's turned into like a robot dog. I'm assuming that guy in the middle is Dick Dastardly. That's a very futuristic, apocalyptic version of the Wacky Races, I've got to say. That might be worth a read anyway. I wonder which one is Penelope Pitstop. Right now, some limited edition apparently. Spider-Gwen. This is another one I'm not in the slightest bit interested in. I don't do modern Marvel. I don't follow Spider-Gwen. 001 variant edition. I'm not sure what kind of variant it is, but it says limited edition comics on there. There's a Spider-Gwen. If anyone's interested in picking it up from me, leave a comment down below. Then we've got a Rebirth #1 Action Comics. Is it #1? No, it's 957. Okay. Of course, yeah, Action Comics. They didn't put the numbers down to 1, did they? They kept the numbers running, which makes sense. So Action 957, and I may well keep that for myself. I like a bit of Superman. Right, now this is signed Pokemon, the first movie, animation comics. The official movie adaptation by Viz Comics. And it's got 3 signatures on it. I don't know if they're actually signed. I don't know, are these actually part of the cover? Or are these the creators of the comic that have signed it? I'm not too sure. I think they look like they're extra on top. Yeah, because it's got a certificate of all for. I can say anonymity, Comic Geek McD, but I can't say authenticity. Oh, I've said it now. Yeah, a certificate of authenticity. There we go. Once I get my teeth back in and get my tongue right. So this is 1,316 of 8,000. So it's not exactly rare, but it might be of interest to some people. Does it say who's signed it? Pokemon, the first movie animation comics, Mewtwo Strikes Back #1, as one of a specially limited series of 8,000 copies signed by Veronica Taylor, the voice actor for Ash, Eric Stewart, the voice actor for Brock, and Rachel Lillis, the voice actor for Misty. Right, now, I don't care a jot about Pokemon. My stepson likes Pokemon, but he's not going to read it. I'm pretty sure. I've given him a couple of comics in the past, like wrestling comics. He likes a bit of wrestling. I think I gave him a free Pokemon comic as well last time. There was a free comic book day, but I don't think he's read it or I'm particularly interested in it. But so this is a signed one. If anyone's interested, I'm not sure if that's worth anything. I'm not sure if it's selling. If anyone's interested in the comic community, drop me a line. We'll work out some arrangement if you're interested in a Pokemon limited edition signed comic. Okay, then this next one, another one I'm not particularly interested in. I'll read it though. I think I'll give it a read because it looks like it's a bit of fun. Extremely silly comics group, the Incredulous Trump, and now the Hillarine. She's here, the United States' first and loudest female presidential candidate, and the survivor of their epic battle must face the Bernigo. Yes, a parody of the old Hulk 181 cover where Wolverine makes his first appearance, but here we have the Hillarine instead, and yeah, the Incredulous Trump. Bernie Sanders, isn't it? I know something about American politics. Right, now this one I've already got, The Death of Wolverine. I don't think it's worth anything. I mean, there's millions of these out there. But to be honest, I was thinking about getting the rest of them because there's one of 4 and I've only got #1. So if I manage to see 2, 3 and 4, I might pick them up. But it's not high on my list of requirements, to be honest. Right, now there's another Spider-Gwen variant. Obviously a play on the old Amazing Spider-Man 300, I believe. Not quite, but I think there's a lot of them at that time that had the numbers kind of in the background, isn't there? So it's 001 variant, special debut issue, Spider-Gwen. I think there'll be people out there who may be interested in collecting that. And there's another one in the back here that wasn't mentioned in the listing that he sent me. It's a free comic book day of the Guardians of the Galaxy, plus the Defenders. There you go. We haven't come to a single one yet that I definitely want to keep. So, right. There is that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one again, but this is one with the trade dress. So this is 80, Invasion of the Triceratons, Part 5. So I don't think it's any key or anything like that. I think maybe, I don't know if the artwork is particularly desirable to people. If anyone's interested in getting that then get in touch. If not, I shall put these things on eBay. Okay, this has got a bit of discoloration on it. That's a shame. This is one of the ones I thought might sell alright on eBay, or if anyone's interested in it. It's Marvel Tales, starring Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham, with Hulk Bunny and Captain America, plus Goose Rider. So this is number 1. I'm supposing it's the. I don't know if it's actually. I don't think it's actually called Marvel Tales. I think it's just called Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham. I'm not too sure, but this is number 1 of it anyway. I'm looking at it now. It's got a little bit of browning around the edges of the cover. Can you see that? All right. Yeah. Is that called foxing? That's a shame. It's going to make it less easy to sell, I'm sure. Right, now here's one that I will probably keep, that was quite desirable in the thing. It's not in the most magnificent of condition, but it's by far my oldest one of this title. It's Avengers number 3. Well worth keeping hold of. I think it's on its staples. The guy said they're all on their staples. He's got lots of spine ticks, but yeah. In good condition, this is worth a lot, I think. But yeah, it's still worth a bit in this condition. I looked up a few of them, kind of thing. I was sort of breaking it down, what they look like they might be worth, and what I might be able to get for them. And I thought, well, maybe it'll pay for itself, this box. But yeah, I'll probably keep hold of this Avengers number 3 because yeah, why not? It's a nice old comic. Right, I've seen a few people talk about this one, Dr. Aphra. This is a variant, I believe. It's a black and white variant. I've seen it in colour as well. Apparently people have been talking about this. A lot of people have picked up this, I think. But if anyone's interested in Dr. Aphra, this black and whitey kind of looking one, leave me a comment. Or go on my Facebook page. The link is down below. Or message me on my blog. The link is down below. Right, another Spider-Gwen 001. This is the blank cover variant. And on the back there's another free one that he's thrown in that wasn't in the list. Star Trek The Next Generation, Mirror Broken. I mean, right, here we go. This is the one that one of the ones that I was particularly interested in. It's not in fantastic condition, as I knew it wouldn't be. It's on its staples. The cover is not the greatest, as you'd expect. These things happen when you pick up an old comic. If you want to get a really good condition one, then you've got to pay lots of money for it. I mean, I paid a fair amount, but I think it's yeah, I think it's a reasonable amount. I saw one like in this kind of condition going for what I paid for this whole box. So, you know, it might be alright. But this is Detective Comics 359. Meet the new Batgirl. Is she heroine or villainess? What is her startling secret identity? The $1 million debut of the Batgirl. You can see there's some cover damage there around Robin. Little bit in the corner, but I think it's pretty good on its staples. And I have now joined my good friend Flash, JPL Flash, in his ownership of the first Batgirl. Woohoo! Yeah, I had the first Batgirl. The first Batgirl. I think there's a Batwoman before, wasn't it? Kathy Kane from before that. But here's another one of the old ones that I shall probably be keeping hold of. Nice old comic. In good condition. This is worth quite a lot. On the back it reckons it's 2.5. Okay, good plus 2.5. Origin of Doctor Strange, second appearance of the Sandman, and the fourth appearance of Doctor Strange apparently. That's not bad. Is Strange Tales 115. Now, quite damaged. It's still on the staples, although in name only. There's quite a lot of, you can look up in the corner there and on the spine, you can see where it's got some damage along there. You know, especially up in that particular part, the top part of the spine is not in good condition. But, you know, This is cool. The Torch will have to save himself without the help of Spider-Man, but I wonder, can he do it? The Human Torch, trapped by Spider-Man's fatal foe, the Uncanny Sandman. A Marvel masterpiece of fantasy. Strange Tales 115, a 12 center. So yeah, cool stuff. Not bad at all, not bad at all. Right, now this next one, I've seen a lot of people pick this up. A lot of people like this. I think it's still quite desirable, so people might be interested in buying it. He reckons it's in really good condition, and I've got to say, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a 9.8 or 9.6, although I am no grader whatsoever. But I've seen this on lots of people's channels, and I don't like it. I'd stick this on a dartboard and throw darts at it, to be honest. No, maybe not as bad as that. I think it's Middleton. I think it's Middleton, but it's a variant colour, and I just hate the way her mask goes around her ear. Batgirl 23, I think this is. Yeah, Batgirl 23, and I just don't like the way her mask is, the way her hair is sticking out, and the way it's a big square cut around the ear. That just looks like it's going to come off really easily. To me, it should go round the ear, you know, and there should be a bit of hair sticking out the side. That would just be uncomfortable. But anyway, that's just my little foibles. And the mask doesn't do anything to hide her identity either, because it leaves massive wide holes around her eyes. So yeah, it's whatever. It is what it is. If we wanted reality, we wouldn't read comic books. Comic books are an escape from reality, so I shouldn't worry about things like this. But it's just something about the square cut around the ear. It's like, I'm not feeling it. Right. Another Spider-Gwen variant. In good nick as well. In good nick. 001. Another Spider-Gwen. I know she's quite a popular character, but I'm not invested in new Marvel comics since the 90s, so I'm not interested in keeping it. If anyone wants this, leave me a comment. And on the back, we got Nightwing and Oracle Convergence number 2. Now I thought it was number 1 of 2. Maybe I got number 2. This is number 2 of 2. Maybe number 1 or 2 is there as well. I'm not too sure. I'll probably keep hold of that. I've actually read it online, this story. But yeah, I like Oracle and I like Nightwing, so I'll probably keep hold of that. Now this one apparently is worth a bit. And it might be of interest to people. It's a bit of a contested thing. It's a comic called Rust. I've never heard of Rust before. Adventure Comics, Rust #1, created by Steve Miller. Now, in some circles, apparently, people are saying this is the first appearance of Spawn because he's in an advert. There's an advert of Spawn inside here, and certain parties would have you led to believe that it's his first appearance. Yeah. I think it's really some conjecture around that and some discussion. But yeah, if anyone's interested in this comic, I think one of the guys on the actual site was interested in this comic, and he was saying if I was selling it separately, it'd be 65 quid. I'm not sure if it's worth that at all, but right, this next one's a reprint of the first appearance of Harley Quinn. The Batman Adventures number 12. I think this is a whole reprint story. I think. I don't know if this is a new run of the Batman Adventures, but I think it must have been a reprint of the first time that she appeared. It's in very good condition. I'm not collecting this title, so if that's something anybody's interested in, message me. I want this to pay for itself. This is another one which is quite valuable on the. mycomicshop.com. It's not a run that I've ever collected. I'm sure I used to have some of these. Actually, they were probably the UK version that I had, but I don't have any more, so they disappeared somewhere over the years. But this is the Tomb of Dracula 13. Not bad condition. See a little bit of marking up there. A couple of small ticks along the spine. Nothing terrible. Pretty, not bad at all. So if that's something someone's interested in, if someone is trying to get a run together of the Tomb of Dracula, then hit me up in the comments. Yeah, because I'm quite happy to get to sell that one to help pay for what I've spent on this, basically. And then we have on the back another one that wasn't on the list that seems to have thrown in. Secret Empire Spotlight. Free preview, so he's just bung that in. Right. Still got a few more to go. Right, another Superman Rebirth, #1. I can't remember if I put this one already. It's not worth anything anyway. I doubt if it will be in the future. Right, on the back is another one that wasn't mentioned in the listing, so he's thrown this one in for nothing. Adventures of Supergirl, #3. So I might put this in my for sale box and sell it for £1 or something. I don't imagine it's worth anything. But here's another comic. I've no idea what kind of interest this is to anybody. Hawkeye versus Deadpool 000. No idea if this is something that is desirable. If it is, I doubt if it's rare. They don't put out Deadpool comics that are rare, do they? Unless it's some kind of variant, but I doubt it. Direct edition, digital edition. Anyway, if anyone's interested or got any more information, feel free to leave a comment. This one, it's not even a comic really. It's a Batman Adventures colouring book. So it says, I'm not sure if that's anything that would be of any interest to anybody. Batman Adventures colouring book. It's the same size as a comic. Maybe it's a comic that inside you've got to colour it in, I don't really know, but yeah. If you're interested, let me know. Right, now this is one of the things that I particularly wanted this box for, as well as the awesome Batgirl, of course, and that lovely Avengers 3. This is a run that I'm trying to put together. I knew this comic would be expensive. It's not in fantastic nick. It's alright, it's decent enough. I am more than happy with it in this condition. It's the Defenders #1. So that's ticked off of my list now for my Defenders run. So that's good stuff. That's probably the biggest book in the run that I needed to pick up. I think the others will be, you know, a lot more cheaper. And there's another free comic book there on the back if anyone's interested. Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. There you go. Right, we've got another Gwen Stacy. Edge of Spider-Verse. Gwen Stacy Spider-Woman #2. This is the 3rd printing. I have no idea if this is considered to be of any value. If something you'd like in your collection, drop me a line. Yeah, leave me a message. And on the back, another free comic book day. The Superhero Girls, or DC Superhero Girls. Might keep that on myself. Right, another sketch one here, another sketch one, a Ghost Rider. I'm not sure who's drawn it, but I think this is one of those blank covers, and someone has done their own Ghost Rider on it. It looks like this the second Ghost Rider to me, or possibly the 3rd. It depends if you call the first one Phantom Rider or Ghost Rider. But I think this looks like Daniel Ketch to me. This looks like Daniel Ketch's costume. I have no idea who's done the artwork there. Does anyone recognise that signature at all? It's kind of like Squiggly Woggly Wiggly. Squiggly Wiggly Wiggly is the artist of that Ghost Rider comic. If anyone's interested in a Squiggly Wiggly art drawing, let me know in the comments below. This one, I'm sure this one wasn't even on the list. So this looks like he's bunged this in for free. I don't think this was on the original listing. I don't believe it was. It's Domino Revealed, X-Force 11. Oh, a little bit of damage on the blinking barcode there, I just noticed. Oh, on the back it's got something scribbled, Lee Townsend, MCM London Expo 2011. Maybe that's what that says there. I think that could say Lee Townsend. It looks like LT if you squint. Yeah, so that's Lee Townsend who's drawn that picture there. If anyone knows him, who he is, let me know. If you're interested in buying that sketched cover of Ghost Rider, drop me a line, guys. And I'm more than happy to do trading as well, to be honest. If you've got some comics that I need for any of my runs, and we can work out some kind of like, yeah, whatever that is worth, I'll give you this amount of comics that you will be picking up one day anyway. You know, we can do it that way. But cash is also good. Right, this one. Now, I don't know, I've not, this is reminding me of Dak Hammer. I haven't seen Dak Hammer for ages. He hasn't done any videos for a while. Or commenting on I haven't seen him commenting around. So, I don't know where you are, Dak Hammer. But I think I might have seen you pick this one up yourself, actually. It's a bit of a weird one. It's New York's Bibeltester Superheld. Die Spinner ist Spider-Man. Deutsch Vertrauenslichung. That's how I say it anyway. New 48-farbig spannend action comic Seiten. There you go. So it's all Greek to me, except it's not. It's German. The Spinner, Die Spinner. You have to shout when you speak German. I think it's part of the law, part of the rules. German is not a language of love. Ich liebe dich. No, it doesn't really go, does it? But anyway, and I've got part 1 of that Oracle and Nightwing, so that's cool. I'm pretty sure that only part 1 was mentioned on the actual listing, and must have got part 2 as an extra, so that's good. I've picked up a couple of these convergences, and I've only got 1 part, so I'm trying to wait to see if I can see the second part in the wild kind of thing. But yeah, so there you go. Das Spinner. Right, nearly at the end now. I don't think there's any more gold in this box. Depends what your thoughts are, really. Right, we've got a DC Universe Rebirth #1. I think I might have picked that up already. Can't remember. It's in good nick. So I'll probably keep hold of this one and put the other one I picked up in the in some kind of for sale pile. And the Detective Comics. I haven't kept these since 2013, but I'm not going to get rid of it. I will keep hold of it. I did buy 1,000 recently. So 934 Batman Detective Comics. I don't think there's any... I'm not sure if there's any key to it. I doubt it. Right, looks like there's 2 more comics in here. A Virgin cover. Don't know who's done the artwork, but I can tell you that it's weird because these characters are wearing colours different to what they normally wear it. They normally wear red, and here they're wearing black. So it's like Daredevil and Elektra. Daredevil and Elektra, maybe it's their nighttime costumes, but that doesn't make sense because they always wear the other costumes. Maybe it's a special mission costume where they're wearing black. Maybe they become ninjas for the purposes of this story. So it's a Virgin cover. No trade just whatsoever. No idea who did it. It looks in very good condition. Is that a little, possibly a tiny little nick up in the corner there? It actually looks bigger when you put it right up to the camera like that. Yeah, so maybe a 9.6. But it's a lovely old book though, if anyone wants to make me an offer for it. Right, and then last, there's actually 2 here. It's another Spider-Gwen. Spider-Gwen 001, I think this might be the normal one. It doesn't say nothing on it about it being a variant, but it's Spider-Gwen #1. Plenty of Spider-Gwen in this box, and I don't plan on keeping any of it. And if you would like to be the proud possessor of some Spider-Gwens, then do get in touch. And then we have Wonder Woman. This was a free comic book day one, actually. DC Universe Rebirth free comic book day special edition. So yeah, cool. That is the box. That is the box of goodly loveliness. It is now emptied, and there is lots and lots of stuff that doesn't need to stay in my collection. I will be going through it with more of a fine-toothed comb kind of thing, splitting them up. But practically everything in there, you can make me an offer for. But not that one. I'm keeping that one. The Defenders is mine. Doodaloo, doodaloo, doodaloo. It's a nice Tomb of Dracula that could be yours if you want it. The alleged first appearance of Spawn. More Spider-Gwen and you can shake a stick at. The cover of Batgirl. That mask does not make any sense. It should not be square around the ear. That is silly. It should be around the ear so the ear helps to hold on to it, giving some grass to keep the helmet. Yeah, anyway, whatever. Yeah. Ooh, this one is mine. Mine, I tell you, mine. As is this one. As is she, the beauteous Barbara Gordon. Yes. Oh, she's so cute. Right, yeah, so that's it then. Right, new thing. What have I been reading lately? So I've read a huge pile of my odds and sods comics that I've been having coming in bits and pieces, dribs and drabs. But I try to collect the runs, and then when the run is complete, then I can read it. So I've just started on the nearest run to hand, and I've read the first 4 issues of The Thing. Lot less fighting than I imagined, actually. So this first one is like an origin story of The Thing, really. It goes back to Yancey Street. He mixes up with some of the younger yobs from the Yancey Street gang, and he tries to tell them, you know, don't go on that path. And it's more of a talking story, really. It gives you a bit of his history about what happened with him growing up. And yeah, hardly a fight in it. There's a little bit of action, but there's no supervillain in it at all. But yeah, it was John Byrne, isn't it? So yeah, it's lots of not more thoughtfulness in the storytelling than I expected. I expected a lot more knockdown, drag-out kind of fights with Ben giving his quips. But he's also, one of the things about Ben Grimm is always had that monster aspect to him, and how he doesn't like being seen as a monster and being thought of as a monster. And there's always that going on in there. And in this comic, Crystal, one of the Inhumans, comes to him like begging his assistance because her husband Quicksilver, of course, who is a mutant, and her daughter, so her and her husband's daughter Luna, is human. Oh, human? No mutant powers. So of course they want to stick her in the mutagen, whatever it's called, the Terrigen Mists, to try and give her superpowers. But you know, Luna doesn't want her to go in the Terrigen Mist in case she comes out, you know, because the Terrigen Mist can change you. Lockjaw, the big dog-looking creature, is actually an Inhuman. It's that, you know, Norse used to have 2 arms and 2 legs, and now looks like a dog. And it can teleport, but it must be horrible for it. If you think you was like a human being and suddenly you look like a dog, it carries on in that story there, actually. No, yeah, he's still that's Lockjaw, in case you're not sure who Lockjaw is, basically. Yeah, so yeah, because Quicksilver, because he's a mutant, and he's a little bit of a I don't know, Nazi mutant. I don't know what you'd call it, really. He was a member of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants at one point, but he sees mutants as superior, and Inhumans are superior to humans. Obviously, in some ways they are, because they've got superpowers, and he can't bear to have a daughter who's just a human. But, you know, they managed to sort of talk him out and say, look, your daughter could end up like Lockjaw. You don't need that. She's a beautiful baby. She's healthy. She doesn't need to have superpowers, you know, for you to love her. And so they're able to talk him around to it, basically. And then on the way back, taking it back to Earth, Lockjaw kind of zooms in, rather than taking it back to where he's expecting to go back to, he zooms in on like a distressful situation. There's this guy here who is a human, but he's a monster. Don't know why he was born as a monster, but basically the local townsfolk or village folk are around with picks and pitchforks and flaming torches, kind of thing. Basically, they want to kill him. They're blaming him for all that's going bad in their town, and the Thing tries to help him out, basically. So it's another story about the monster, and just because they look like a monster, they're human, that kind of thing. You want the kind of messages you get. Very good messages, but good run so far. I'm enjoying it. I can't remember how many there are in this Thing run. There's about 60 odd in there, quite a few. But anyway, that's it. That's enough from me. I'm going to do another video in a minute of me doing the 1,000 subs dance. Please don't unsub. What do you think of my moves? Oh yeah, I'm really going to rock this dance off. And I think everyone else who's got 1,000 subs should do a 1,000 sub dance. I think it should be like a new thing. It should be de rigueur for all channels. So if your channel gets 1,000 subs in the future, do that dance. And if you've already reached 1,000 subs, JPL Flash, then Where was your dance, dude? Where was your 1,000 subs dance? I insist that you do one. Anyway, I'm out of here. Come back Wednesday. I'm going to do a live thing where I'm going to talk about my 50-50 competition. Yeah! Yeah. Yeah. Bye!